What's happening, my savages? You are listening to Immortal Coil, your future minister of whiskey mysticism. Revolution is my name, and today we're talking Star Wars. Now, before I tell you why you should always let the Wookiee win, I'd like you to like, share, and subscribe. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you want to see covered on future editions of Savage Spirituality. October 30th, 2012 marked the beginning of the end for Star Wars. George Lucas infamously sold to Disney for $4 billion, leaving Kathleen Kennedy in charge of its future and leaving us, the audience, in suspense. "I'll take good care of your property," Kathleen Kennedy promised, all the while hatching very evil identity politics plans for Star Wars. Rather than using myth and allegory as a way of catapulting its storytelling, Kathleen Kennedy and her cronies instead used the iconography of the IP to advance socio-political ideology.
Might have gotten away with it too. If it wasn't for these blasted kids.
Lucasfilm Story Group hastily pitched an idea for a new trilogy, featuring the old characters and introducing new characters. It was supposed to be a wild ride, we were promised, but instead, we got something that had no map, no plan, no story arc, and it shows. Alongside the main event, plans were made for spin-off titles, which would augment and boost the sequel trilogy. 2016's Rogue One, only worth watching for this scene. And 2018's Solo, Star Wars Story, were released to augment the existing trilogies. The movies themselves introduced new characters. Amongst these were characters like Kira, Han Solo's running buddy, and L337, a droid's right activist. By the time we get around to the High Republic, continuity had gotten so muddled that some sort of cohesive whole was called for. Pulp paperback and graphic novels are being used to draw all these new characters into some sort of cohesive whole with the existing canon.
Might have gotten away with it too.
Except that, at the behest of fans, a civil war was fought internally at Disney LucasFilm. And if the rumors can be trusted, Kathleen Kennedy's faction lost, and they are sitting out in the corner with their shit out in the rain, their projects doomed and hopeless, while Favreau and Filoni hold the keys to the kingdom for the foreseeable future. Sadly, there is still a lot of committed to product that has been bought and paid for that we will see. The silver lining, however, being none of this shit will count. One such ill-fated attempt is the recent Star Wars comics, beginning in 2020. Darth Vader and Star Wars and Dr. Aphra and all these subpar comics taking place in between The Empire Strikes Back and The Return of the Jedi is Disney Lucasfilm's attempt to pull off something mildly Favreauian, but with much less skill. The War of the Bounty Hunters, which sees everybody in the galaxy fighting over Han Solo's frozen ass. We see Darth Vader on one hand doing Darth Vader-like things with bullshit characters, and we see Kira doing bullshit things for reasons. And then we see Lando Calrissian doing bullshit things with the Millennium Falcon for bullshit reasons. All of these vain attempts forcing these characters together who never would have occupied the same space otherwise happened so piss poorly that it is laughable. Here is an excerpt from Star Wars 2020, number 17. The Chase, written by Charles Soule and brought to life by Ramon Rosanes and Rachel Rosenberg, begins with this opening crawl. War of the Bounty Hunters, The Chase. Darth Vader has claimed the carbonite-imprisoned Han Solo for himself and threatened to destroy Solo to draw Luke Skywalker out. Luke approached, then quickly fled, leading Vader away from the Vermilion and Solo. Now Luke must keep Vader at bay while Leia attempts to save her love, Han Solo. While Luke is fucking around with Vader on a planet, Han, Chewie, Lando, and Leia find themselves up Schitt's Creek without a paddle when the Millennium Falcon breaks. The Imperials have Han Solo and the Hutts are on their tail. The only way for them to fix their ship is for Lando to go back down memory lane.
Okay, so in here, we've got a wiring node for the ship's main processor that includes its diagnostic circuits. Now those are offline right now, like everything else, but if we can fix those, it'll go a long way to pinpointing whatever else is wrong with the ship. It'll speed things up.
Great. So how do we... What is that?
Yeah, Chewie knows that's the issue. Reactor conduits run through here too. With the engines off, every so often the ship's computer has to let off a little burst to balance things out. It's a good thing, really. Keeps us from blowing up. But if you're in there when one goes off, not so good. Chewie, don't be crazy. You can't fit through there. That panel's built for mouse droids.
Then I'll do it. I can fit.
No, Princess, I'll go in.
You?
Yeah, there's about 50 toggle switches that have to be checked and set in the right order. If even one of them's wrong, the diagnostics won't work. I know it. I know every other system on the Falcon. She's an old friend. It's gotta be me. Okay, girl. You know it's me, and it's been a long time, and I know Han's put you through a lot. But I'm back. I never meant to let you go, L3. Things got around me. Saw some real bad luck. And next thing I know, you're gone. Maybe you're mad about that. I know I'd be. But listen, I apologize. Maybe you're thinking you can let loose that reactor buildup and fry me right here. Teach me a real strong lesson. You could do that. Maybe I'd even deserve it. But I'll tell you something, I've got people dependent on me right now. They're trying to help people, make things better out there. And I'm not sure if I want to do that myself exactly. But maybe I can help them do what they need to do. I let you down, let a lot of people down. I know that. I think, maybe. It's time for that to stop. You want me to help do that, L3? Just hold off that reactor pulse for a few more. That's got it. Chewie, pull me out! Ah! The diagnostic computer should be up and running. Chewbacca, get up to the cockpit, check it out, and start fixing systems.
Engines first, weapons second. I'll help however I can.
I'll be along. Just need a minute here. Thank you.
Isn't that silly? Now, as we've stated, the only reason for any of these things to happen is because there is a bunch of bullshit characters created at the behest of Disney LucasFilm under a failed regime. The days of this type of Star Wars storytelling will soon be over and relegated to similar stations of terrible product, like 1980s Doctor Who or Batman Forever. Shit that we know now in hindsight absolutely was shit, but that we just had to live through. Because let's face it, Star Wars is about the journey of the chosen one, and I'm sorry if it's not about Darth Vader, then it is filler. My name's Immortal Coil. Like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to check out my buddy, The Place to Be Reviews. My man Etep provided the voice of Lando Calrissian. He's got a great channel and you ought to check him out as well. And extra special thanks to my lovely woman who provided the voice for Leia. Remember, walk like you own the place. And until next time, my friends, stay savage.
It's salvage.